hello, colorfully minded who brought a friend. I am so excited that you bought a friend because I'm actually going to do real things today on this podcast, and I'm excited about it. I'm Kelsey, and I am the writer and one of the game designers for Wild Season. And Oro is currently watching 19 streams. Um, Good multitasking skills. I could never do that. I can barely watch one. I get distracted. Um, and I'm here by myself, as you can see. I have no Sharon because Sharon is out of the country and he has no internet and no webcam and no microphone. He has nothing. So I'm here by myself doing the thing. But how are you both? We're gonna be kind of chill today. I wasn't able to make a quiz either because I've just been busy as all get out. So instead, we're just gonna kind of talk, and then I have a lot of concept art to show because I figured that would be kind of a cool thing to do, right? Show some concept art, see how things got to what, show you guys kind of the process of that because I think it's kind of interesting. I don't know if you guys think it's interesting, but it's what we're doing. So, but yeah, I'm trying to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, or you have been on a lot of streams where Sharon hasn't been here, haven't you? You've been my rock during those streams. I think it's kind of difficult to do a podcast by yourself because, I think podcasts are supposed to be with multiple people. But Sharon is a busy person, and a lot of the team doesn't have the proper equipment. Um, so that's kind of an issue. I have this lovely microphone right here that is my proper equipment. And yeah, but Oro, maybe you are Sharon. Maybe you're keeping a close eye on me and making sure I don't say something too stupid. But if you really were keeping a close eye on me, you would have watched one of my Portal streams and you would have made me stop playing Portal because it was that painful. Anyway, um, just some things. Let's see. The Justices podcast needs, yes. Um, I am pretty sure we are either officially in beta or about to be officially in beta, which is exciting for people who are the beta things. And I just got my email that this is streaming. um, so that should be good for Kickstarter people who backed the beta. You should be receiving that pretty soon. Um, what else? We had a cool article written about us in a magazine that I will find by the end. It's not like a physical magazine. I don't know why I call like gaming sites magazines. It makes zero sense, and I understand. Oh, and that's my cat Romani. She likes to sometimes sit there, and she likes cameras, so she likes positioning herself in the camera. It's like she knows that she's being broadcast to people. Yeah. Um, what else? I'm writing a lot. And yeah, I'm kind of a boring person. I'm sorry. Anyway, who wants to see some concept art? Yay! Alright, so I thought that since I don't know technical things, as we all know, that I would show you guys something less technical, and then we can talk about concepts and the arts and the things. So, I'm gonna take that away. So I'm kind of gonna have them kind of in sections. We'll talk about each. You can see how you feel about them, even though obviously they're concept. And I have some comparisons for the final product of things. Other things I don't, just because they're either in the middle of getting their final product or It's not quite something we want to show yet, fully formed. But anyway, hey, look, this is the first image that was pretty much ever drawn of your farm. This is a part of one of our, actually the first map that we drew, um, which a lot of locations are in the general same vicinity, but things have definitely changed. Um, like for instance, that house is way more over now, and all sorts of things. I'm actually pretty sure that their stables are below the barn now. I think things have changed. Things have definitely changed. Um, Ladissa, it was actually a goal, not a goal, that's Patreon. What am I talking about? Um, it was a certain level that you could buy into for the prepaid. And hi, Ma, welcome. It's been a while. I missed you, Ma. I needed my mom here, and you weren't here, and I didn't know what to do. But yeah, no, the beta is just for the people who kickstarted that thing. So yeah. Anyway, um, I like the little trees. I think they're cute. Your sound was muted. Oh no! Chaos! You pulled a Kelsey. That's something I would do. Ah, yeah. What do you know? Hi, Drin. Welcome. I don't think you've been with us before. You know, actually, the funny thing is, Oro, that you mentioned, Friends of Mernil Town. Um, Sharon and I had played Friends of Mernil Town before, but I hadn't really thought about like placements or anything. But Sharon had never played it, and I don't think the artist that started putting this together either had played it, so it's kind of funny. But no worries, Ma. No worries. I know schedules can be crazy. My schedule's crazy. We all have crazy schedules sometimes. And then here's just the other one that I have, which is your neighbor's farm. Hey, there's a rival farm. They're kind of rivals. I don't know. I don't know if rival farm's a good term. Neighboring farm is probably. Yes, Chaos. That is my cat, Romani. Romani, you want to say hi? No, she's busy cleaning herself. um. Oh, Zero, can you not hear me? But Drin, welcome. Please talk more if you would like to talk more. I like it when people talk to me. It makes me happy. Um, Zero, can you hear me now? It seems like everybody else can hear me. Maybe you're muted. Try not to be muted. I do that a lot on streams because I'm dumb. But yeah, so that's kind of just how like the very basic starting, how we started getting the map together, if I can speak today, which I can't, which is usual. So we're going to go into houses now. So we kind of showed things like this before. And the 3D models, which are kind of interesting, especially since the game is much more in 2D. We had a really awesome person do these for us. Cast Off is, I guess it'd be kind of like rival schools. Or can we try to rob the crops? You know, no comment. No comment on robbing some crops. um, can we rob a chicken? I I really want to somehow incorporate stealing a chicken named Miracle or something. Okay, so for anybody who hadn't been, sorry guys, just a second. My thing is doing something really weird. Uh, please go away. Thank you. Anyway, what was I saying? Sorry, my computer decided that it was suddenly going to do something that it shouldn't have. Oh, I want to incorporate Miracle because, okay, so we're playing the Super NES Harvest Moon for one of our Let's Plays right now, and I managed to steal a chicken. And yeah, that was somebody calling, even though the program wasn't supposed to be open for them to be able to call. My computer. Anyway, but the interesting thing is so okay, bringing this back up for a second. So as you can see, it's like very rough. Like there's like, okay, I guess things are placed here. I don't know, but this is how far from first concept to final goes. So obviously you can see that, and then this is the final. It's almost two entirely different things. Some don't have quite the drastic change that you saw here. But I figured I'd show this one because I felt like this was one of the most drastic changes. Usually the walls tend to stay and like very major furniture is in the same location. That's not the case for this. Why stop with the chicken? Go get a cow. Yeah, just shove the cow all the way back to your farm. I'm sure that would go over really well. But yeah, that's the animal store, by the way. That's the guy you buy animals from. His name's Steven, and he's cool. Alright, let's see here. I like the doll. Yeah, I think our characters are super cute. Why is this my phone? Okay, anyway. So, here's another concept. And it's let's see, it's Leywolf's house, which is our chef. And I actually don't have the final one of his on me. I couldn't find the actual image for some reason, which was sort of strange. But I like the perspective because I think the Jimmy looks really cool. But hi, Kix, welcome. But yeah, Ma, it is really interesting how like how different the visuals can get from the development cycle. And Oro, I just noticed something on the walls. If it goes down, all of a sudden near the end, it starts going left to right. Huh. But I'm glad you like him. He's cool. He's one of my favorite bachelors, actually. I think he has probably one of the more interesting character events leading up to, you know, either being, you know, super best buddies or married. So, you know. Anyway, so kind of going off of those concepts, we also have, you know, outside exteriors, because that's what exterior means, is outside. That's why I can't speak. So we also have these, which I felt like were also kind of interesting because they went through just as much of a transformation. This is our fisherman's house. His name's Diego. And so his house originally looked like this, which it's a house, right? And now it looks like this. Hey! It's even transparent. Looks like there's just this big old house sitting in the middle of that road there. But I wanted to show the winter one because I'm really biased and I really like how our buildings look in winter. So I'm just gonna do that. So yeah, so it's the same with pretty much everything, is that it goes through all of these steps and turns out being pretty different. So yeah. Oh, I'm glad that you like it colorfully minded in Ma. But yeah, I know it's a big difference, Kix. Yeah. Oh, hi Super, welcome. Don't know if you've been with us before. I don't think so. I'm trying my best to keep track of everybody, and I've actually been doing pretty well. I'm going to have the day where somebody's going to be like, no. Um, uh, Cast Off, they're okay. The game is sort of 3D, but it's sprites in it. Um, that's a technical question that I don't know how to answer. I'm sorry. I am the least technically minded person on this team, which is why sometimes doing the podcasts by myself is a little bit hard. I wish I could answer all of these things. Kelsey Karaoke Bar does not exist. Because nobody wants Kelsey Karaoke Bar. I don't know. We're gonna try to work in some sort of Easter egg, something with me at least yodeling. We'll see. And by that I mean we're not. I mean we are. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I'm sorry about your college Wi-Fi, Ren. It might be 2.5D. It was explained to me at one point because I remember there was a point that we were using Unity in 2D, and then one of the reasons why the alpha has taken longer to get out is because we switched to 3D something in Unity. I think there should be a karaoke bar in the next Wild season. Oh, okay. Oro, hey, Oro can answer a question better than I can because that should happen. The game is made in 3D, but it's played in 2D. Yes, that's what I've been trying to say. So it's a 2D game. Okay. No Kelsey Karaoke Bar. But let's see here. So next I have some concepts of kind of a minor character that we have. We actually ended up going with the guy on the right. Kind of actually funny story. He's the newscaster that you're going to be seeing on your television. Um, we actually liked the woman newscaster better, but we decided we want to actually have her have a bigger role in something else later on. So, Oro, yes, thank you for all of your things. Castle, I think that's kind of that was kind of the answer is that you play in 2D but it's made in 3D. I games. So, but yeah, that's kind of how our character concepts start out. Unfortunately, I don't have any of the images from back before the Kickstarter because before the Kickstarter we were using like an entirely different program to like catalog all this stuff, I guess. And I was on the team then. I didn't join until after we got funded. Um, so this was one of the only ones I could really find. But yeah, Cast Off, these are like for the news channel. Yeah, and we went with the guy. His name is Ben Andrews, morning reporter. That was me trying to sound like a male reporter, and that didn't work. But hi, welcome, Steele. Do 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 do. Okay. Oh, this is like one of my favorite things. Next, hey, we have concept art for crops that grow. I have um I have two flower ones to show you and one crop to show you. This is the first flower one. This is a goldenrod. So as you can see, that the image to the far left is the sprout, then it grows, then it's the crop. But I always thought that our concept art for how that progresses is really cute. Nope, it's not a potato, it's a goldenrod flower. I can understand that though. I wouldn't be surprised if the potatoes have white flowers that grow on top, and I wouldn't be surprised if they look kind of similar to this actually. Um, let's see. And here are snapdragons. They're another type of flower. Snapdragons are actually my favorite type of flower, so I kind of made it that you were able to do that. Boo, boo, boo. I don't know, cast off Ben Andrews. I feel like is like a reporter name. I guess he could go by Benjamin Andrews. I don't know, that sounds like a mouthful. These are the things I think about. But Kix, I joined late, but was the release of the alpha mentioned last week? Um, yeah, I believe that we are either about to go into beta or we are in beta. I have a date, and I just realized that since I'm 14 hours behind, sometimes those dates are very different for me. um, but you should be hearing about that pretty soon. Let's see here. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Oh, so here's kind of what ores are gonna look like. So we kind of wanted to put them a little bit more into the environment. It's not, I guess, realistic to have them just in rocks that you can't see. I'm not sure um, how that's actually going to work, but I've seen a little bit of it and it's been interesting. Actually, Oro Luca finished his internship, um, and we now have the wonderful Maddie. And she is great. And she was actually on with me once while I was playing Magical Melody, and she felt my pain and told me that I didn't have to play it anymore after I would finish. She was like, "Don't play Magical Melody anymore." I was like, "Okay." But yeah, here's some ore, which is kind of cool. Yeah, Steel, we're still working on that. So again, concept. So one of those things. Anyway, hey, watermelon. I chose this one because I think watermelons are funny. Um, but yeah, as you can see, bud, growth, full bloom. Um, I think we have crops that also have 4 stages rather than 3. I've just noticed that all the ones I had are 3. I think I've seen more though. But yeah, that's watermelon. So that's actually all the concept art I had. I thought I had more. Hey, what do you know? Um, but yeah, hope that was at least somewhat interesting for people. Yeah, that's kind of actually cast off. That's been kind of one of the things is that we've had a lot of conversations about like what's realistic versus what's I guess logical. Um Kicks, yeah, I think our repeat growth crops have the 4 stages. Um but sometimes you do have to like dumb certain things down to make it actually fun to play. But we also want to add as much realism to it as we can because it'll make it more complex, but like not complex necessarily in, a challenge way, but just, more fulfilling, I guess. But sells piece of glass to the diamond star. But yeah. I think it would be cool if the mines also had fool's gold. Oh, that I don't think we can put that in the Wild Season 1, but I like that for Wild Season 2. Um, and I wish I had that $5,000 that I could get from a piece of glass. But yeah, so the mining we're still a little bit up in the air from what I understand with that. But concept art. But yeah, I realized that that did not take very long, and that's just gonna have to be kind of one of those things. But that's pretty much all I had prepared, honestly. I feel bad, um, but again, with Sharon not being here and me being, I've just been last 2 weeks have just been so crazy. Um, no quiz, Ma. I know I didn't have time, and the quizzes take a surprising amount of time to actually make, which is weird because they probably don't look like they took very much time at all. um, Oro, no comment. But I'm trying to comment on the plot as infrequently as possible, even if things are wrong or right or whatever. But Ashmal, thank you. I know Wi-Fi issues. I've actually had Wi-Fi issues today, so I'm kind of surprised that this is going so well. I thought that we were going to have a problem. Oh, kids, that would be nice, but you like making quizzes? I kind of want to take you up on that. Do people actually like the quizzes? Because they really have nothing to do with Wild Season. It was just my way of being like, okay, everybody knows that I don't know anything, so we're gonna pretend like I know things by arbitrary farming facts that no one will remember. But good. Well, thank you, Castoff, for doing that. That's so nice. And Ma, I'm glad you like the quizzes. That makes me feel better. But I don't know, as I know we have some new people here. Do you have any general questions about Wild Season? Anything you want to ask? I'll do my best to answer. Just as you've heard me say several times now, I don't have the best technical knowledge, so I can't really go into that stuff terribly much, but I can answer all that stuff. But pop quiz about your cat. No, that's not off topic. Super, don't worry about it. Let's see. Okay, Super's asking, will there be jealousy dialogue between the romance options? I'm not exactly sure what you mean, Super. Like, are you asking if there's going to be rivals? Or if I don't quite understand. Could you rephrase it? But hi Gala, welcome. But Oro, I didn't know that's what you looked forward to. Okay, then we will make it happen. We will make it happen. Yeah, Oro can answer your technical things more than I can. But on the topic of rivals, while Super's trying to rephrase that, maybe, hopefully. Oh, something like trying to romance two different options and they fight. Oh, we are going to have something like that. It's going to be pretty, it's going to be pretty basic, this game. Some new people might not know I'm the only writer up for the project, and as such, I can't do it all. There's a lot of things that if Wild Season 2 happens, we have this mythical thing we call Wild Season 2 that we put all of the ideas that we learned that we can't put into this one. I would definitely want to make that more complex. Um, because I would want to make it, like characters reacting different ways to you flirting with different people. Like, two friends, they might be, like they might gang up on you for it. But two girls that, don't like each other in the first place, they might, you know, fight with each other, but then also dump you. And like things like that. I want to make it more complex like that. And unfortunately for this game, I just don't have the time. And yeah, Ma, every studio does have the blank to Game Hope. um, but yeah, I see. Steel actually, um, Wild Season 1 has visual novel length dialogue and choices. Just not in that area. Um, Wild Season has a lot of visual novel influences. I will say that. But Ma, oh, thank you. I don't know if you know that yet because I'm not sure if you've read anything by me, but that makes me feel good that you think I'm a good writer. But yeah. So we're definitely looking to robust the romance thing for the next game if the next game happens. But I think I'm telling you definitely right now, there is a lot more meat to our romances. To the point that I would actually actively encourage people to go um, and try to complete all the Bachelor and Bachelorette storylines because um, there's a certain point that you can actually choose whether you're dating somebody or just still friends with them, and so you can complete available spouses storylines like and not get into that jealousy issue. Um, but yeah. Cast off, no, that's not the case. This is going to be more have you played Persona? That's gonna be kind of more of the amount. So you're going to have a lot of you're gonna have a lot of gameplay. And gameplay is probably, going to take 3/4 of the time that you play the game through. Um, but it's going to have much more emphasis on story than I would say even Rune Factory has. Um, but I think it's gonna be good. We're trying to differentiate ourselves, and Kix apparently has an idea for an Easter egg. Okay, you know how in Harvest Moon on New Year's Day they have a game show on TV? You can do that and have Kelsey's quiz, and you win prizes if you get them all right. And it's me. Oh, that would be cute. Oh, yeah, can you yodel on New Year's Day? Um, but yeah, Gala, it's more like I would say that this operates more like a JRPG. That's a good way of putting it. The thing is the reason why I say it emphasizes visual novel aspects is just because Harvest Moon and Rune Factory. I mean, that's what they are. They're farming games that have visual novel aspects. But there are not ex-boyfriends and girlfriends. And Jen, it's not quite to that extreme of being labeled a stalker, but people will notice if you're hanging around too often. People will get annoyed and angry. But yeah, it wouldn't. I don't. I think stalking's way too harsh of a word for that. Um, but yes, somebody can swoop up your love interest. But I'm so glad we're doing questions that I actually know about. I always hate being like I don't know. But well, unfortunately Dustin's not with me. Usually my mod's here. Ba 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 da ba. I'm gonna find the Wild Season Wikipedia for you. I'm gonna find it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, great, great. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, new people. Hey, here's a Wild Season Wikipedia. Hey, um, it's not terribly updated, but it will have 95% of the characters on there, so you can at least get to know a little bit about them. There's not too much information, since again it's a story, um, rather than more of a, I don't know. But also developers doing their own wikis is kind of strange. But, you know, um, you should know things on there and see them and be like, okay, that's a thing. Ma, I did not know how many pixels are on screen at times. Um, apparently though, a certain number of pixels can show you emotions. That's what David Cage said to me once. And by me, I mean he said it through a TV screen to me. That PS4 unveiling was very weird. I think about it sometimes still. Haunts me in my dreams. But anyway, yeah, Oro, I wish you could mod too, but yeah, your work kind of gets in the way. I'm kind of still surprised that you're even here. At least now I know that you're not dead. There was times that Oro wasn't here for a long time, and Oro came back, and I flipped out. And there was a point that I actually Sharon asked me to have Oro help me with something, and I was like, I think Oro's dead. I'm happy you're not dead, Oro. Yeah, and cast off. Yeah, that's kind of one of the things like that I was talking about between realism and logical and fun in a game setting. You're never going to have it completely perfect, or else you're just kind of playing real life, or it's just a convoluted mess. Or oh, nobody needs the audio file of that. I sound so dumb. I hate listening to myself. It's awful. Oh, okay. Gala has a question. Okay, related question to the love interest fight over you thing. Is there a romance option where you'll have to compete with another man slash woman for Gala, yes, but probably not in the situations you would think. That's the closest I'll go into that. But Ma, I know better now. I know not to assume that people who watch this stream are dead. I believed in you. I knew you were out there. Um, The Sims? What about The Sims? I don't know anything about The Sims actually. I haven't played a Sims since the first Sims, and all I used to do was just get unlimited money and then build really, really big houses and then get bored about 5 minutes in and actually playing the game. Yeah. So. Oh, I have been playing A Wolf Among Us. I started that today because I've had that game for like ever. I'm trying to go through my backlog slowly but surely. The game's pretty cool. You guys should play it. Oh, I played that 9 persons, 9 doors, 9 hours. That was not the right way of saying that. I played a game and it was cool. Oh, hey, can you have children? Yes, you can have children. Chaos. I need to play The Sims so I can wall people inside their pools. I heard that Sims 4 not having pools was like a big thing. Like that was like no, we can't have them not have pools, and there wasn't toddlers or something. I don't know. Um Such things. But Super, I'm so excited that you're ready to play this game and want it to come out. I am so happy. I think it will be a great game. which I'm biased, but you know. Ma asks, how many children can you have? No comment. Cast off. Which version of The Sims? Oh, okay. Colorfully minded, if you're in a same-sex relationship, you will be adopting. Yay! What do you know? Same-sex couples can have children sometimes. It's just you get it from somewhere else. True story. Or you could do insemination, I guess. There's ways of getting children that one of you does not have to carry it. Yeah. But no matter who you marry, you can have children. It's just the way of going about it's different. So options. Stork baby. Not a stork baby. Not quite that. But ba 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 da da da. What am I looking at? I'm going through the thread. Ba da 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 da. Oh, cast off! No! Don't listen to the things Oro sings. No! No! I don't like to relive the fact that I exist. Like, actually, when these are posted on YouTube, I never go. I have no idea if people even comment on it or whatever. I'm just like, I don't listen. Apparently, people do watch these later, and I don't like to think about that. But hi, people who are watching it later. I'm Kelsey. You scare me. Um, Steel, no comment on the local fairy princess or something. No comment on that. Automate my farm with family building hard work. um, you can have assistance of things and people. And I have popcorn in front of me, and it looks really good, but I'm not gonna eat. Anyway, sorry. Um, oh, Gala, it was awful. It was so bad. Gala's talking about how I had this epic battle between me and GLaDOS yesterday on our stream of Portal. And I was so bad, guys. Okay, this is my gaming expertise. I'm really good at turn-based RPGs, puzzle games, which the Portal that should be what it is. Um, and like platformers. I'm awful at anything that you have to like actually have any sort of preciseness with. Like even the platformers I play aren't those like super hard, like you have to get exact, like not like Super Meat Boy. I'm talking more like Spyro and things like that, though. PS1 Spyro. There's no other Spyros. This will be like my one like negative opinion in the entire world is that there was no other Spyros after the PS1 Spyros. Anyway, I was really bad at controlling Portal, and it was really bad. And Chaos can, talk about that. Oro, please do not make my dreams ruined. I don't like that. Steel, here's my popcorn. You can try to see if you can smell it through there. Boo, boo, boo. The HG doesn't do miracles for less than a strawberry. Man, I haven't played Friends of Murnial Town enough to really know things about it, which is funny because that was our first Let's Play that we did, and we did that for a long time, actually. But, oh, kitty, hey, you want to come over and say hi, baby? People want to talk to you. Her name's Romani. She's named after the ranch in Majora's Mask, which super excited for Majora's Mask 3D. And somebody got me into playing Monster Hunter. I'm really bad at it, but I'm getting Monster Hunter 4, and it's gonna be great. Anyway, any more questions, guys? I'm kind of getting like really off track, which hey, that's kind of what I tend to do. But we'll pretend that I keep on business at all times and do all the businessy things. Remember that one time that I showed you guys a watermelon? That was cool. And I showed you guys some houses. That was pretty neat. We had a lot of good times together. Don't worry. Colorfully minded, you still want to know more about Claude? Claude's pretty cool. I don't really know what I can tell you about Claude. Claude's a man. He's kind of a dork. He gets really annoyed that technology doesn't work. The voices, first of all, welcome. I also got the Skull Kid figurine and the big book. I went all out. Yeah. Um, Jen, I'm not supposed to have a favorite character. They're all my favorite characters because I'm writing them, but I do have certain characters that I like a lot. I don't know if I should say. Terraforming? Voices, what do you mean by terraforming? I'm not sure. But colorfully minded, no, he's a dork. He's he's a bad drunk, not in an angry way. He just does really stupid things when he's drunk. That's um that should be something that's not somewhere else. That he's a people try to get him drunk. And Rick doesn't like him because Claude tends to pick on Rick when he's drunk. But he doesn't ever mean to, and he feels really bad about it. Yeah, there you go. Oh, okay, voices. There's not too much terraforming. A lot of the farming mechanics are more inspired from older Harvest Moon games, going back to kind of like Friends of Mariel Town, Back to Nature, that sort of era. Um, but you have a big farm. You have a big, big, big farm. There is no reason why you should need any more land than what is on that farm. The farm is ridiculous. And so you can do certain things with it too. Like since the farm's so big, you can definitely section out large portions. If you want to have like half your farm be, a pasture, and you want to have like, off to the side, you want to have all of your trees, and then you can have like down there, you can get a greenhouse, um, and yeah, but yeah, the voices. If if you run out of room on this farm, I will I will publicly apologize to you. You can't purposefully do it, mind you. You can't just like go through and be like, okay, I ran out of room. But I like cakes I would say bigger than the SNES farm. Can you buy enough money to evict everyone? Steel? No. You cannot evict everyone. I think people would be like, no. But okay. What roles does alcohol play in the stories of these amazing characters? Well, thank you for saying they're amazing. Well, for certain characters, it's going to be more like dialogue that you jump in on, things like that. However, we are going to put in a kind of a basic thing where the player can get drunk. And some people will like that you're drunk, and some people will not like that you're drunk. Um, Lunica, we are releasing this year. Um, We are a little unsure of our dates right now. Believe me, you will definitely see that date once we know it. But yeah. Ba-ba-da-bum, bum. Anything else, guys? Anything you want me to know? Any secrets you want to tell me? Don't tell me any secrets. Kix, I wouldn't say the whole town will start calling you a drunkard all the time, but I would definitely say that there are certain characters who would probably not want to associate with you. There's also a character that's just gonna hate you no matter what. And she'll probably call you a drunk. Is there a special Kelsey edition? I wish there was a Kelsey edition. My Kelsey edition would be so awful. It would just be me singing. We do want to have like a free DLC at some point of me voice acting some of the scenes in the game. Um, but I think that could be funny. Um, I don't know. What I think the only reason why I want to have an Easter egg that involves me is because I think that so few people will get it. And I kind of like the idea that it will just be totally random and people will be like, this girl is totally full of herself. And then they'll be like the people who watch the Let's Plays of the podcast, they'll be like, yeah. And I could be like, I made people think I was super egotistic just for you. In the Kelsey edition, all the dialogue is replaced by yelling. Yes, yes, you caught me, Steele. That's exactly what it's going to be. And it's sad when you make a headcanon for characters you don't know, and then the game comes out and they're nothing like you thought. And you're like, what? Um, yeah, Lunica, that's why I was saying it's going to be sometime this year. It's hopefully going to be the first half of this year. There's a lot of things that are kind of happening and doing stuff that are really good, but it has definitely put the time frame a little bit longer than we thought it was going to be. But we think that delivering a we're delivering a much superior product to what we would have been able to do in the original time frame. So thank you for bearing with us. It will be good. It will be so good. I believe in us. Well, I believe in everybody else on the team. I'm not sure if I believe in myself, but we'll pretend like I believe in myself. Yes. We're using Unity. That's all I know about it. The pre-order perk? I don't know if we have pre-order perks. If we have them, that's news to me, actually. Still, I believe it's being coded in a computer. Yes, yes, we are using computers. I know it's very advanced technology. Um, but yeah. Well, it's almost nearing 10, guys. My time. Thank you so much for joining me. I am Kelsey. I write for the thing and I game design for the thing, and it's pretty cool. Um, and please join me next week on Tuesdays at this time that you can actually see below on that, well, not below, but on the thing that I made. I'm playing Portal 2, and that's a thing. And you should watch me. I'm better at Portal 2. I think a lot of my issues was my controller, so hopefully it will be better now. Or I am jinxing myself. And then also, hopefully Shram will be back for the next podcast. And if that's the case, we'll probably be showing off some of the beta. So, oh, cast off. Ba, 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 ba. Well, anyway, thank you so much. I love you all. And thank you, new people, for coming. And thank you, colorfully minded friends, for coming. And thank you. And I'll see you guys next week. It will have the portals. It'll have all the portals. Twilight, all the portals. Okay. Bye. Don't hit my microphone.